Okay, so this is a pretty basic hinge patterning drill. Dan John came up with it. He calls it the Bulgarian goat bag swing. Why, I don't know, but it is pretty easy to perform and very useful, I think, for preparing you for the next step, whether that's a barbell Romanian deadlift or a kettlebell deadlift from the floor, what have you, in terms of loading your hinge. So what we're going for again here with the hinge is hips back, minimal knee flexion, but a lot of hip flexion. So I'm not going to lean forward, I'm not going to bend and hunch over, and I'm not going to keep my knees locked out and just sit back with my butt either. So the knees pretty much stay in place, the shins stay vertical, and I sit back from my hip crease with a neutral spine. The other thing we're going to look out for here, core position, I want to keep my ribs down, I want to keep my pelvis tucked, so I'm not an anterior pelvic tilt with a lot of, this is going to shift the focus to the low back a great deal, put a lot of pressure on there. So neutral spine, not rounded of course. And the other thing that this drill is going to help with is your posture in the hinge. I'm going to lock in my lats and keep my shoulders down and back. Notice I'm not going to be rounded forward at the shoulder here. So you can take a weight plate or a kettlebell, you're just going to hug it to your midsection. This is the load that you have for this drill. Again, lock in the lats, lock in the pelvis and the core, and from here again, keeping those shins vertical, sit the butt straight back and forward. What I would do is inhale at the top, hold as you sit back, really locking down those abs, power breathe as you sit forward. So there you have it, the Bulgarian goat bag swing. You can even start with this as a preliminary progression. You don't need to do a dowel hinge or sitting back for your butt to touch the wall. You can start with this. The weight placement on your feet is, I think, a little easier to find than trying to maneuver with a dowel on your back. And like I said, it's a great progression to deadlifting from the floor with a bell or barbell Romanian deadlifts.